Welcome everybody to Under the Lights. I'm Joe Ruggiero, sitting here with Monmouth point guard McKinzee Barker. And McKinzee, the season's almost over, but what are you guys looking forward to for the conference tournament?
We're looking forward to right now. Our next focus is these next games, our last games, because we definitely think we can win them, and that will eventually put us in a great place for the tournament. And we've proven that we could beat any team in the conference, so I think we're pretty confident about it.
Yeah, you guys have kind of had an up and down season in a way. You've had some big wins, you've had some bad losses, but you've beaten teams that people didn't expect you to beat. What does Coach Jenny say to you in those games that people might not give you a shot to win?
She sets goals for us. Milestones is what she calls them. So just after we achieve one, that's just another incentive to keep proving people wrong. And we've definitely had some high times and low times, but I think because we've had both, that kind of helps us to know what we have to do to be more consistent with having high times and playing our best. So
now you have had a tremendous season so far in your rookie year. Now, did you have any expectations coming in? You didn't know if you were going to be starting right away, and you got that starting job due to an injury, but that's good in a way for you to get right into it. Were you a little nervous at first?
Oh, absolutely. I remember the day we found out that Helena got hurt. It was during summer training, and we were on the football field, and I remember I was a nervous wreck the whole day. I was sick to my stomach, but I couldn't have asked for a better team to have been just super understanding and helpful and patient with me, adjusting to the speed of college. So it's gone really well.
And in that first game, I believe, first or second game, you filled almost every stat column. You had double-digit points, and then rebounds, steals, assists. You just light it up in every area of the field. Do you focus on a certain area, or it's just kind of like whatever comes natural?
Not really. I focus more on rebounding, I would say, if I focus on anything, and getting my teammates the ball, because when I found out that the coaches were trusting me with this spot, I just wanted to do whatever I could to help fill Helena's absence. And that's not, for me, that's not any particular stat. It's just doing whatever I can to not let my teammates down. So just whatever I can do is what I'll do.
So, you mentioned Helena. Has she helped you in any way, that she can't play, but has she coached you at the position she's been at for a couple years, just so you were a little less nervous at the start?
Absolutely. She had, or Coach Jenny, she had Helena actually take me to the side, when the actual season started, and she just talked to me about, it doesn't matter, you're a freshman, oh well. She'd been in the same position, I think, her freshman year. Yeah. So she definitely calmed my nerves, and I know I have her as an outlet. If I have a question, go to her. If I need to talk to somebody, go to her. If I'm not getting across to another teammate, I can go to her, and she can, just be that little boundary for us.
Quick question before we go to break. Did you have any individual goals before even coming to Monmouth? Not necessarily, goals that happened during the season, but before getting here?
My goals definitely changed when I found out that I would be starting, but I would say my goal was just to get as much playing time as I could and to just help the team in any way I could. That was really all I was looking out to do until, found out, but yeah. So
well, you've done great so far. We have to take a quick break right here on the Extra Point, but stay tuned for Mohawk TV, channel 12.1. Welcome back to the Extra Point. I'm sitting here with Monmouth point guard McKinzee Barker, and right before the break, we were just talking about individual goals she had. But I kind of want to get to know McKinzee a little more, because it is her first year here, and she really, hasn't been on the scene too long. So you were number 20.
Right.
Is there any significance behind that number? Because I know sometimes people have certain significances behind what they pick.
Yeah, my whole life I've been number 23, all through high school and middle school and elementary. So I wanted to do something different just because it's a different level. I wanted not to be stuck with that. But my sister, she was actually number 20 when she got to play basketball. And so that just she hinted to me that she wanted me to wear 20, but then I have 3 little cousins that adore, and they all love basketball, so I let one of them pick my number. I got a list from one of our coaches that what numbers I could have, and I just let them pick it out.
Now, you're talking about family a lot, and family means a lot to you. Were you, nervous or, have a fear of missing them when you came up to Monmouth? Because, you're from West Virginia. It's not too far, but it's still a hefty drive.
I'm very independent, so I wasn't really worried about it, but I knew I would eventually miss them because I have a big family that's very close-knit. So I knew that I would miss them eventually, but I wasn't really worried about that.
Have they been able to come up here and see some games or maybe some closer road games?
My parents have been up here a crazy amount of times. We said they should just rent a house. So they're actually coming to our game this weekend at Niagara. But there's been a couple different times there's people just from my community, friends and grandparents, and they've all come to support. So that's been really great.
It's crazy that just here they're going all the way up to Niagara. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 8 hours, 9 hours from here. Imagine what it's like for them. But you mentioned that trip. You know, have you taken long bus trips like that? Because I know sometimes it can be hard on the team going. But I mean, you get to go the day before. The game's not till Friday.
Yeah.
Do you have anything planned when you're on that bus trip? Maybe a movie, music, or anything like that?
I would say we'll watch a ridiculous amount of movies. And I hear there's a tradition that they always do on the Niagara bus. They make the freshmen put on a little performance and sing a song. So I guess we'll see if I have to do that.
Yeah, I happened to be on that bus last year, and they had a lot of the freshmen and everybody get up and do a little karaoke.
Yeah.
So good luck with that,
Thank
first
you.
off.
Thank you.
But I kind of want to look forward to the conference tournament. I know it's a little bit of ways, and you have a chance to move up in the rankings. The past 2 years, Monmouth has won their first. The Monmouth women's team has won their first round game in both the 2013 and 14 tournaments. Does Coach Jenny say anything in specific to when like you get to the conference tournament? It's just game at a time.
It's definitely a game at a time. I don't even know what to expect really at the tournament because we don't talk about that because we are always focused on our next game that's in front of us. But we've talked about how our last games that we could definitely win. We could win out, and puts us in a great place for the tournament. So that's all I'm focused on, is one game at a time.
One game at a time. And it's interesting, we mentioned Helena before, and she'll be back next year. Do you feel like that could be a kind of like a double team, like a double threat, almost like the Splash Brothers of women's basketball? It's kind of have two girls who could both shoot the threes and both play very well at their positions.
Yeah, I'm super excited to have her back. Just mainly because relieve me of some stress, but just because I know she's a phenomenal player, and that's all I have to say. I'm just super excited to play with her because I know she is fantastic. So that's exciting in itself.
I know you're excited. I know we're all excited here at Monmouth. First off, I'd like to thank you for joining me on the Extra Point here tonight. Good luck the rest of the way out. We'll be right back on Extra Point on Hawk TV, channel 12.1.